Hello, guys. So a little bit bad news. I do not have the big monitor today. Um, what happened? I had a bit of an accident. A couple days ago. I don't know how, but usually have my laptop sitting on the pull-out portion of this desk. And what happened was, um. I think I was turning around to like get up and go do something in the kitchen, most likely, or getting up to go to the bathroom, which is behind me. And so what happened was my laptop, the cord connecting the big screen to my laptop was right in here. And I must have bumped it, is the only thing I can think of. That's the next thing I know before I could even leave my chair. My laptop fell to the floor. Thankfully, was fine. It's not broken or anything like that. That's a big relief. But it broke the connector, the connector on the cable. And so we've got a new one coming. I believe it's supposed to come today. Haven't seen or heard anything about it yet, but I may go downstairs after I get done with you guys and double check. Because for some reason, the delivery drivers don't like to bring it up to the flat. They'll just leave it down in like the main floor, like right inside the main door. So I don't know if that's what they did. I don't know if it's even come yet. It's only 2:35 here, so I assume there's still time for it to get here. I don't know. Or maybe it's not gonna get here till tomorrow. I don't know for sure. Um, but yeah, once that, I'm kind of holding off on doing any gameplay until we get the big screen back because I think that looks a lot better. It's a lot better than trying to, and there's nothing wrong with my laptop, but it's just so nice to have the big screen and when you're playing a game or whatever, because then you can see so much more stuff. And but yeah, so that's why I haven't really uploaded anything so far this week. Um, may not be until next week. I don't know. Like I said, depends on when the cable gets here and how long it takes to hook it back up and everything. Shouldn't take that long to hook back up once we get it. But yeah. Um, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is I am planning on doing a bit more cooking this week. Well, see, it's hard because it's Thursday. So it's Thursday, so we only have today and tomorrow, and then Saturday, we go to Ashiniki's for Dungeons and Dragons, and and that's a lot of fun. But what we usually do is Keith will usually buy, like, we'll have meat and then we'll have either chips or vegetables or something to go along with it. But we'll usually have, like, a big thing of meat, whether it's lamb or pork or whatever. And it's so good, you guys. It's so delicious. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Um, but yeah, so, but yeah, so, I basically have 2 days in which I can cook, and usually I've been cooking like, say, 1 day a week and stuff, but I went and looked through the, oh, I want to show you guys this. This is really fun. My mom helped me make this. It's a recipe book. It's a big old binder and it's full of recipes from like mom's recipe book and different recipes that we found online and stuff. But there's one in here that I've handwritten because I don't think my mom had that in her recipe book, but we made it and it's really good. It's called the Dorito Chicken Cheese Casserole. And it's basically you combine chicken, sour cream, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken soup, salsa. You can add a can of corn, um, cheese, and a bag of Doritos. And what you do with the Doritos, you lightly spray a baking pan and you take the Doritos and you work out your aggression by smashing the, smashing them, and then you add that as like your bottom layer of your casserole, and then you combine everything else, the corn, the soup, the salsa, all that, and then you can do some um you pop it in the oven. I think it's like 350 degrees for like 20 minutes. And then you will total of 25 because you take it out, put the rest of the cheese on top, and then pop it back in for 5 more minutes. But so I told Keith, I was looking through this yesterday while Keith was at work, and then when he got home, I was like, hey, sweetie, I got a couple ideas for recipes, and I picked two out of them. And I said, which one sounds most appealing? And he just shrugged and left it up to me. So I was like, Dorito chicken cheese casserole is, 'cause that's one of my favorites. Is one of my favorite recipes of all. It's so good. And the nice thing is, it says it's a casserole, but technically you could get another bag of chips and dip the casserole. It could be a dip, basically. And it's so good and so cheesy, and I love it. So, and again, my mouth is not watering. So, but yeah, I do plan on cooking, probably tonight. I'm gonna say tonight. Maybe it'll have to wait till tomorrow, but hopefully not. And then the other thing I was working on today is because I think I told you guys I got my new debit card activated. I was able to use it the other day, um, and all that. Well, problem is that I didn't realize because I pay for slightly more iCloud storage because the videos that I make and things I download and the fact I have a bunch of pictures, photos in my account and everything. And so I'm like, okay, want to do this, kind of thing. And so I had to laugh. I had to really laugh because I didn't realize, because I was checking my email because yesterday, that's the other thing. Yesterday, I took the time out to do my over here. We have like there the UK is trying to make the visa process more digital. So I now have an e-visa, but the thing is, since I just recently came over, like I have my little biometrics card, but I needed to connect that to my e-visa and officially get that going. So I took the time out to do that yesterday. And so, when I got up this morning, I was like, because I got an email later on, oh, we activated your account. You can see your e-visa here. So I wanted to look at it. Well, as I was looking at before I even got the chance to look at it, like the very first email I got in my account was for my iCloud storage, and it was like, because I'd set up automatic payment just because it's just so much easier that way. But I set up automatic payment under my old card. Well, they used my old card and it wouldn't work. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go in and do the thing, connect the new account and all that. Didn't realize that Apple, I don't know if like Microsoft does it, although I assume maybe they do, but they region lock your account. So I was trying to log into my Apple account and I couldn't do it. And I got in there okay, but then I was at the thing where it was like add a new card or change your card or whatever. So I typed in all the information. Well, they only had my issue was I changed all the information, but it was still showing states and not countries. So I was like, what the heck is going on? So so I went to Apple has website and they have a really good support thing where it's like, you can get info and you don't even have to like talk to an Apple person. They have like communities and you can post your question in there and stuff. So, um, so I went in and then they had a chat function and I was like, yes. So I requested a chat, talked to a really nice person. Um, no idea who funny thing is, they had the same username as Keith on our Marvel forum and on the Heroes forum we used to be a part of. But And so when I saw it pop up for a second, I was like, am I talking to my husband? But no, I mean, what the work he does now, I don't think has anything to do with IT or that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I talked to them and they were like, really friendly, really helpful, and once I explained the situation, they were like, ah, let me help you with some information. So when you're in a certain region, your computer or your phone locks to that region. And so we went on my iPhone and and they were like, so go here, do this, go into your settings, pop on your name, and there, let's see if I remember it. There is, let's see, go to settings. Yep, pop on your name. And you go to payment and shipping, I think. Yeah. And then you can add your, and it let me add my new card, change the region that was in or whatever. And so, and now we're good. So, hopefully, fingers crossed. But like, I double checked because I went to iCloud and popped on that, and it immediately popped up with a check mark with the proper um, thing that I had. Now I may need to upgrade that at some point, but we're gonna try not to. Um, for right now, I'm trying to save because right now I only have a limited amount of money that is my money, and I'm trying to not use it as much as possible. Because the nice thing is Keith makes enough money for both of us, and so usually he's just like, WhatsApp me if you need anything, WhatsApp me if you want something, that kind of thing. And so I've been doing that. Sorry guys, got a bit of indigestion or gas or something. But yeah, so I got that taken care of, so that's relief, and I got my e-visa taken care of, and the reason why I double checked it today was I wanted to see how long I have. Yeah, I have until 2027 or something like that, you know. And then eventually I'll be able to apply for citizenship over here. And what I want to do is have double citizenship. I don't ever want to give up on being from the United States, especially if I like have to go back there. Because I'm assuming eventually I'll have to go back there, especially when my folks pass or whatever, because I want to go there for the funeral and everything. And I'm sure my sister will take charge and be like, here's what we're going to do. Da, da, da. I'm sure she'll give me marching orders or, give me tasks to complete, and I'll be like, yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am. But but yeah, so that's a huge relief because don't I and I'm assuming I'm not alone in this, but I do not like when complications rise, especially when it's something that like I didn't know at first that, I was locked into a region. And so I'm just like trying to figure out, it's like, come on, let me pay this. Let me change this over so I can pay this bill, and all that. And it's like, so frustrating. And I tend to get panicky, like my anxiety kind of activates, especially since I'm here by myself. And, even if Keith was here, I mean, there wouldn't be much he could do. Like, he could offer advice. And he's been great at, like, giving me advice and saying, have you tried this? And all that. And, like, he gives me links to stuff to help me out and all that kind of stuff, which I really like. But yeah, it's definitely kind of it was like a good, not a good, but it gets your heart rate up, that's for sure. But yeah, so that's the plan. I plan on cooking probably tonight. Keith has a shopping list, and so he's gonna go pick up some stuff after he gets off work. That's the other thing I love about Keith is like he's not just one of those guys that just comes home from work, I've done my part, now it's up to you, blah blah blah, fix me dinner, that kind of thing. It's like no, there's been more than once where he's been right there with me in the kitchen. In fact, I don't know if you guys can see. That's our oven, and that's the stovetop on front of that. And yeah, we have, so he stands right there with me and he's like, helping me out, especially if there's multiple, like the last thing we had was pasta, so he was standing there with me, stirring the pasta. And it's nice having an Alexa because it's nice to be able to say timer for, however many minutes you need. And so, and the other nice thing is you can ask, like, how long is left on the timer, which is especially good for someone like me who loses track of time. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I was doing all this. And yeah, so still in the process of making sure everything's moved over. Although I had to laugh the other day. I'm assuming you guys have heard the news story of the United Healthcare CEO who got shot multiple times outside of a hotel he was staying at. Um, so my thought processes on it, it's sad that someone dies, Yeah, I don't want to see someone dying, but as multiple people said in the comments, um, he was making pretty good money. But the thing that cracks me up the most about this whole story, so number one, in the news report that I ended up reading, matter of fact, in multiple news reports that I ended up reading, turns out this man was receiving was basically, okay, first off, he was 50 years old. He looks like a baby compared to me, in my opinion, you know. And I'm 56. I'm 6 years older than this man, and it's better feeling, but some days I feel much older than 56. But, yeah, so apparently they talked to his wife, he'd been receiving threats. And his wife, when they asked her about it, she was like, I don't know, for lack of coverage on something, I don't know the details. And I'm like, you're his wife. What do you not know? I mean, maybe she was like, oh, I can't talk about it, kind of thing. I should let his company deal with it. But it's like the fact that he stepped out, according to reports, he was on his own. He had no security as far as what's been mentioned. You think you were a CEO of a company and consider the fact that he left the apartment, he left the hotel, was going to walk down the road to wherever they were having this investor meeting by himself. And I'm like, where was your security detail? What the heck? And why would you not take threats against your life seriously? But like the funny part of it is United Healthcare was the company that I for years got short-term insurance from because I worked retail and a lot of times they didn't offer insurance for people who were part-time. And even in like my full-time jobs, like at Walgreens or whatever, they didn't really have good insurance. So I was like, I'll do my own, I'll do my own insurance. And so, but yeah, for years, I always got a short-term insurance policy through United Healthcare. But then the last time I tried, which is funny because, they mentioned when this guy took over from the company, which was 2021, and I believe that was the year that I went to, or it was after that, maybe it was 2022. I don't remember for sure, but I remember applying, doing my usual thing, applying for insurance and being told that I could, that they didn't accept my application because of, well, first off, one, so when I worked at Casey's. Matter of fact, it might have been 2023. Because I applied for insurance, and because at Casey's, I had to really beg and plead to get them to work it around so that I could go to the bathroom. Because again, I was the only cashier there from 3 to 11 every night except for 2 nights a week. And so, and that affected my kidney. So, or at least I believe it did, because it wasn't until 2023 or 2022. I can't remember for sure when, but it was one of those years when I went to my, not Dixie, but the doctor I went to see after that, that, she put on my record without even really talking to me about it was that my kidney function had gone down. And because of that, United Healthcare rejected my insurance policy. So there for a while, I didn't have any insurance, which was fine at the time because I'd saved up more than enough money so that I could pay my bills. But then I had to go get hard electrocardiogram. I had to do all this other stuff and kind of ate away at it. And so I ran out of money at the most. Well, and here's the other thing. So, and this is my bad, I will admit that, but I went to, the last time I went to apply for health insurance, they have this thing where you can add like dental insurance, and you can add vision insurance and all that. And I don't remember what happened, but either I accidentally clicked on something or what, but somehow I was paying money for both dental and vision, even though I wasn't. The vision I might have clicked on deliberately because of the eyes, and I thought, well, if I go get my eyes checked again, then, maybe it'll help with that. But I never did. And same thing with the dental insurance, even though I know I probably should go to the dentist at some point. But I do not like going to the dentist. I don't like it at all. But, yeah. So, and those two, well, that's the other thing that, because most short-term insurance only lasts for like 6 months. But for some reason, this dental and vision policy was longer than that because it was still going. And so I was just like, okay. And that's what kind of wiped out the rest of my money in my account and why I ended up having to close my American bank account. So as a result, I don't have a whole lot of just my money in in over here, which is fine because I'm not struggling in any way. You know, like I said, he takes care of me, he takes care of us, and I'm not worried about it, but I think that was the other reason why I was so panicked when I got that email that was like, we tried charging your card and it didn't work, and because I was like, oh, yeah, so that's why I wanted to get that taken care of. But yeah, like I said, I don't like the fact that somebody was murdered, you know. But on the other hand, I'm like, I'm like, it's not like he was asking for it, but like, I seriously cannot wrap my brain around the fact they had no security as far as we're aware. Now, it might turn out later that he did, but then where the heck were they? Because the assailant came up behind him. Nobody saw anything. And yeah, so it's just weird to me. I was just like, whoa. And the fact that his wife didn't even seem to, I mean, she only had one sentence in like a thing where they asked her why this might have happened, but I was just like, really? Really? Man, you don't know why your husband might have been taken down. Okay, you know, you also have to pat her on the head and be like, yeah, go back off to your burno when it's like I don't want to judge. I don't like judging people because I've been judged often enough, and it's like, that's not good. But yeah, so that's my opinion on that in case y'all were wondering. Um, but yeah, so we got that taken care of, we got the e-visa done. Um, shouldn't have any more problems with the Apple, with iCloud and everything. Um, like I said, I may end up upgrading it at some point, but not right now at least. So we'll see. Maybe if I get an Apple gift card for Christmas, I can I could do something like that. But you know, it's, anyway, I'm just glad I got that settled. I'm just glad they had chat. That's why I love Apple, because they don't make it difficult for you to get a hold of them. It's like I kind of wish Baker's Trust had had that, like they'd had a chat function you could do. But I don't know. Anyway, so that's about it for me. Just want to let you guys know more Scarlet Hollow is coming. Just gotta wait for the cord to get here, and then we'll be able to put it on the big screen again. But I will upload this and keep you guys updated. And yeah, I will. I hope you guys are having a great week, a great day, and I will see you hopefully this weekend, maybe tomorrow, fingers crossed. So, see you later. Bye.